hasn't happened, but been through several. So just trying to get prepared ahead of time.
Eastern Canada has a long road ahead of it after a storm tore through on Saturday. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
We've approved Nova Scotia's request for federal assistance and will deploy the Canadian Armed Forces to assist in assessment and cleanup and stand ready to do more.
Iran is being convulsed by large nationwide protests. The protests are happening after a 22-year-old woman died in the custody of the country's morality police. She'd been detained for allegedly wearing her hijab too loosely. CBS News Briefing. I'm Christopher Cruz.
CBS News Time, 12:32. Good morning. I'm Peter Finch. Now we want to share with you a report from our week-long series discussing mental health struggles and community support. The stress of the pandemic has not only strained the healthcare system, it's also inflamed a mental health crisis among frontline workers. KCBS's Mike DeWald reports it's an emergency many in the industry are still working to fix.
Physicians and nurses die by suicide at 2 times the rate of the general population. Each year, 400 physicians die by suicide. Surge after surge, patient after patient, the pandemic all taking a toll.
It's not a lot of training that we get in nursing school on how to deal with very distraught patients and distraught family members.
Narissa Black is a registered nurse in Southern California, formerly treating telemetry patients who are under constant monitoring. She says the job is traditionally about balance. The worst days are balanced by patients recovering and going home to happy families. She says the pandemic tipped the scales. She recalls phone conversations with the patient's son early in the pandemic.
His mom was in the hospital and he was just having lunch with her, and now he is scared to death that was the last time that he would see his mother alive.
These conversations becoming more and more commonplace.
You could just hear the pain in his voice.
Already faced with short staffing, a change in statewide staffing ratios meant Black was treating more patients in less time, even as a surge ramped up.
It takes an emotional toll when you are unable to provide the kind of care that you think is right, that you think is human.
Finally, a tipping point. Black recalls her and another nurse being the only staff treating 14 patients at a time.
I told my coworkers that if that happens to them, I'm just gonna refuse the assignment and I'm just gonna quit on the spot because I couldn't do it.
Black and her family contracted COVID-19 just as return to work rules were loosening in healthcare. Her own moral injury too much to bear. She realized it was time for a change. For the job, for her own well-being, and seeking support. It's a term more frequently being used by healthcare professionals to describe their anguish.
It was very ready to be the field of nursing, the field of healthcare.
Moral injury is similar to that of post-traumatic stress disorder, the social and psychological harm that arises from the betrayal of one's core values. It's something almost 2/3 of nurses and nearly half of doctors say they've experienced while battling COVID-19.
This has all occurred in the context of a mental health crisis. There was a mental health crisis before.
Paul Nicholas is a psychiatrist and a medical director at Providence Santa Rosa Memorial Hospital. He's treated physicians and nurses going through what he says are significant psychiatric symptoms tied to the pandemic.
Hopelessness, a fair amount of suicidal ideation at times.
As a coping mechanism, he says many simply try to push through.
A lot of them, my impression is that they're suffering in silence.
Nicholas says it's about more than just burnout. He says the issues of moral injury are deeply rooted.
They feel let down by society, the system, and there's all sorts of deep, difficult emotion occurring. Fear, shame, I wasn't good enough.
Nicholas worries that a rapidly changing medical system forces the mental health conversation back into the shadows.
Physicians and other healthcare workers don't seek mental health treatment because they're afraid of that in some way jeopardizing their career, or they're going to be punished for it.
While the worst of the pandemic may be behind us, Narissa Black says the psychological toll lingers on.
You see the fire is gone, and it's hard to see that because I work with great people. The nurses that I work with are wonderful human beings, very caring, and when their light is off, it's hard to see.
After working with psychiatrists and getting some support from her family, Black returned to the field in a different role with a more manageable ratio of patients.
I staff to get the support that they need.
Like a wall, KCBS.
This piece was part of the I'm Listening special dedicated to raising awareness about mental health, which aired earlier this week. You can still listen to the entire program on the Odyssey app or at kcbsradio.com. Just look for I'm Listening in the on-demand section. We'll check traffic in 2 minutes. It's not often that something you like is actually good for you. Take sleeping on your side. Studies indicate that side sleeping can help with nighttime breathing. At European Sleepworks, they have many options to help side sleepers create the comfort and stability they need. From their unique contoured mattresses to their patented custom-fit oxygen pillows. After all, for over 50 years, they've been working on your side. And that's a good thing. European Sleepworks is Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley, or online at sleepworks.com.
Welcome to Trash Talk. Today's guest is Chip Bag. What's up, Chip?
Well, I've been on the road a lot. That's not where you belong. Right. Critters traveled into rivers, lakes, and oceans.
We drink, swim, and fish in that water.
Yep, now you make it gay.
Yeah, let's change this.
Put me in the bin. That is where I belong.
Help keep our highways and waterways clean.
Visit cleanwaterca.com
For the Caltrans Stormwater Program.
Common gastrointestinal threats because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Mike Dinnick is back. He's got our latest look at the road. Upper Napa looking at much in the way of trouble. Northbound 280 just before the 92 split. We have a report of a problem involving, well, a problem that's being called traffic hazard, and that's a stall in the third lane from the left. Again, that's northbound 280 just before the 92 split in the San Mateo Highlands. Problem in Vallejo, we have a car fire that is reported spewing some smoke on eastbound 80 at Tennessee Street. No indication that lanes are blocked there, but flames and smoke are visible. In Sonoma, we have a car fire reported as well. That's northbound 680, just past Bernal Avenue. That's the car on the right-hand shoulder, accompanied by fire crews. Your next update at 12:48 on the traffic leader KCBS. Clear skies inland overnight, mostly cloudy at the coast and near the bay with areas of fog. Overnight lows mid-50s to low 60s. Later on the day, it'll be sunny all day inland at the coast, and along the bay we'll see clouds decreasing and much of the fog burning off. Some expected highs for your Sunday. San Francisco, 73 degrees downtown, 68 at Ocean Beach. Oakland and SFO, 78 degrees. Redwood City and Napa, 85. Livermore and Morgan Hill are looking at a high of 91 degrees. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
My friends at Pacific Coast Termite have treated almost 50,000 commercial businesses and homes, including mine, and they can help you too. No start to do. For years, you've been hearing me talk about the great experience my family and I had with Pacific Coast Termite. Well, recently I visited their Fremont headquarters to personally thank them for their excellent work. I was impressed with everything, from their professional, courteous operators answering the phones to the experienced technicians who are headed out on home inspections throughout the Bay Area. They are A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Pacific Coast Termites solve my termite and rodent problems. They use orange oil and Ultracept. They kill the termites and guarantee their work for 2 years. So if you're even thinking about a termite treatment, start where I did. Call Pacific Coast Termite at 800-PACIFIC. Call
Call now and get 10% off your termite treatment. If you're an apartment or HOA owner, Pacific Coast Termite can help you too. That's 800-722-4342 or visit PacificCoastTermite.com today. KCBS News Time, 1241 as our News Watch continues early on a Sunday morning. A new study out of UCLA finds most teenagers don't want to watch TV shows or films that show glamorous lifestyles or other aspirational content. Reporter Larry Perel has more.
Dr. Yalda Ools is the director of the Center for Scholars and Storytellers. She says teens have a lot of content to choose from.
Gen Z is so concerned with social justice. They've been exposed to so much, and polling data just shows that they're very different than prior generations.
She says she was surprised by some of the poll's results.
On a list of types of content they like to consume, only 4.4% wanted aspirational stories. Most of them wanted stories to escape and have fun, but a lot of them wanted to see real-world issues as well.
She says among those issues were family dynamics. Larry Perel, KCBS.
A new study shows that arts education in California schools is falling short of its goals. KCBS's Kathy Whitman reports on the barriers preventing full implementation of arts programs, K through 12.
The state takes education in the arts very seriously. And as part of the California Education Code,
all students should be able to receive instruction in music, theater, visual arts, and dance, and we're not meeting that standard.
That's Janine Flores, chair of the Create California Board. She says a recent study done by SRI Education shows that nearly 90% of schools are failing to provide these arts courses. One of the biggest obstacles to full implementation of these programs is funding and appropriate staffing.
In elementary school, we usually have multiple subject teachers, and if they're not feeling comfortable in one or all four of the arts disciplines, the students aren't going to get that instruction.
Flores stresses that art courses enhance the overall well-being of young people and shouldn't be discounted.
These skills are lifelong skills that create a child that's whole and can be a contributing citizen that has found their voice and can express themselves.
Efforts to get more funding for arts classes continue. There's now approval for a theater and dance credential for new teachers to help with the staffing piece. Kathy Whitman, KCBS.
Governor Gavin Newsom has signed a bill into law making it easier for street vendors to do so legally. The law simplified the process of getting health permits and lessened fees, requirements, and design standards as well.